We're in the garden. He is telling them, wait here. I'm going to go over here to pray. He goes away to pray, and he's praying that heavy prayer. Again, if I'm trying to prove that Jesus is the Son of God, this is the part that I redact. I don't want to include a story of him saying, Father, if it be your will, remove this cup.
It's counterproductive evidence because it makes him a little too human to be as divine as he is.
Yeah. The scripture says he prays and his sweat is like drops of blood. And so you can read the text for what it says, and his sweat was like drops of blood. So some scholars would say, well, he's just really sweating hard and it's so heavy and so thick, it's like drops of blood. We also know there is a medical condition where you can be so stressed that it comes out as blood. I think the people who try to argue in those ways, this is for people in the comments, like, stop it. You're missing the point. The point is he's in a high state of stress, and it was so intense that this is what those who were there and watched it said. So just imagining that weight of him knowing what's to come, the anxiety. I try to put myself in that story of, when was I the most stressed out? Is it before a kid was born? Is it before some crazy thing in the military? Is it being in some life or death? I can't imagine the weight and the pressure that he's feeling, especially knowing he had all authority. This is what he's choosing to do.
Yeah,
so just
huge.
the internal tension of, what am I doing? Like, I want to obey the Father, but just all of that stuff's racing through his mind for sure. Of course, they come to arrest him. And there's a lot of conversation that happens in there, like his disciples deciding they want to be big and bad and fight back. Jesus rebuking them, still healing someone's ear who gets cut off, like depending on the gospel narrative.
Have you read? I was reading a commentary on the reason that they betrayed him with a kiss is because it was so dark in the garden, and so it's not like they didn't know who was who. It's just in the midst of all these shadowy figures. When they're following Judas, they're following him and they're looking for whichever one he's going to kiss. And so because it's so dark, I mean, just the heaviness of the night, it's so pitch black.
Well,
they're just looking
you
for
pointed out that as they're walking out, the only lights you would have seen would have been from the temple, right?
The only people maintain, there's no street lights. So it's not like the street lights were flicking on and, you could see the glow from the mall.
Yeah, it's dark. It's a heavy night for many reasons. Spiritually, it's a dark reason. The enemy of our souls thinks this is it. I'm winning. Remember, he doesn't know what's happening in this story yet till it happens. I mean, he understands some of this prophetic stuff, but the enemy is not omniscient. He doesn't know what's going to happen. So there's probably this heaviness. There's the spiritual warfare of it. It's violent. You just don't grab someone and snatch them up, even though he's willingly doing it. There's people that hated him. So there's all this stuff that's happening. There's this kangaroo court that happens. It should have never happened. You don't try someone at that night in that way. You don't get to execute those things. But the Jews feel like they've had enough of evidence to try him, to stir up enough tension to present him to the Romans.